So what is our business? I'll make it a little simple. We have two communities which we work largely, two banks. One side we work with investors and we handhold them and we get them into business. So we find a franchise opportunity, a business opportunity for investors who are looking forward to start some business. It can be 10 lakh, 20 lakh, or it can be up to 10 CR, 20 CR, or 100 CR as well. That would be depending on the investment bracket. But the largely what we do is we help them, handhold them, guide them, and get a deal for them, get them into business. And other side, we have businesses, brands with us, wherein they are looking forward to franchise their business and they are looking forward their partners, their franchisees across cities, across nation, and out of India as well. So what we do is we match make them. So our role is as a advisor, we match make, right? So Franchise India has a biggest network in the world. So we are already in 97 cities in India. We are also present in 11 countries as of today. And today, everything what we consume is coming from a franchise company because if the consumption grows, franchising will grow automatically. In a survey, what we have done is we have seen that today 70% business buyers are first time business buyers. So that's a highly risky for them to invest in any of the business without having that knowledge. And that's wherein Franchise India role is also becoming very, very important to work with all these professionals who look forward to start a business, and we help them, handhold them, and get a right business opportunity for them. And today, if you see, every household has at least one person who is looking forward to start a business. And there are millions of NRIs also in India who have a lot of money. They want to start some business, they want to get settled, but they have no understanding about the market. They have no understanding about which business is suitable for their investments and for their market as well. Considering the opportunity in India in terms of franchise opportunity, considering there's a humongous opportunity, and Franchise India is looking forward for like-minded people. We are looking forward for franchise professionals. We are looking for real estate consultants. We are looking for financial consultants who are looking forward to start consulting as a practice. And we are looking forward them for joining Franchise India as our business partner. And the business model is independent franchise consultant. It's an independent role wherein you don't have to have your own office, or you don't have to do a lot of structuring and not to pay a lot of money for this. This is a highly rewarding, no risk, and very, very low cost opportunity to partner with Franchise India company. But as I said, it is not for everyone. We will discuss about the profiling today, what we are looking at, and who is the right profile for this business. Now, as Franchise India, we have three largely companies. We in India are known as Franchise India. And globally, we work with the name Fran Global, which is our international arm of our business. We will discuss about that. And third is FranCorp. FranCorp is world's largest consulting business franchise consulting company, and they help all businesses to get them into franchise. So they make franchise ready for these businesses. And Franchise India is also having three formats, which we are going to discuss today. One is investments, one is scaling up, and third is resale. We will all discuss these three businesses also in this. But today, let me also introduce our panel today, who is there with us and why we are there. There's a reason for having all our regional heads also in this panel. So if I see, I have got our regional heads because we have a sport function which we do for our all partners regionally, and we have branches across India, and we have also regional heads. So we have invited some of our regional heads to be part of this webinar today because we are very, very serious about this opportunity, because this is going to be an opportunity to become partner with Franchise India. We have more than 16,000 businesses today. We sell thousands of franchise opportunities across, but this is an opportunity which is our own opportunity. It's in other words, this is franchisee of Franchise India. So let me introduce. My name is Sanjay. I am CEO Director of Franchise India Consultants Private Limited, which is our group company wherein we have all the independent franchise consultants registered with us and on roll with us as a consultant. And we also have our leaders, which is, I can talk about, I have got Ronak. Ronak has joined us from Ahmedabad branch. We have office in Ahmedabad, and we have also our partners in Gujarat. So he takes care of Gujarat market. We have Kapil from Chennai. We have our senior leader, Shakti Vel. He is also our branch head and senior leader in Chennai. We have our own office in Chennai. So they both take care of Tamil Nadu and Kerala market. We also have Sheena. She is also there, part of the same team, and she is there in the Kerala and helping our partners there. We have also joined us Ravi. He is our senior leader in Hyderabad. So we have our own office in Hyderabad. We have a lot of our business partners also in Hyderabad. We have Mukul joined us from Pune. We have Isha joined us from Delhi. And we also have Vishal. He's our also senior leader in Chandigarh office, who takes care of up north area. So I'm also from Delhi, which is our corporate office. And with me, we have also joined us our managing director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. And she will also give us some understanding today about what Franchise India journey is all about. Till now, 27 years. We started, to 1999, and how we start. She will give us complete understanding about our journey. And she will also talk about what does this franchise industry look like, and what is the size today, and how it is growing next 20, 30 years. And also we'll talk about independent franchise consultant as a model. What is the business model? And also we will have one presentation also at the end, where we will give you some understanding what we offer and how you can grow with us when you join, what you get, and how we will make you grow, and what is the structure of monetization, and also what is the payout structure. We'll give you some understanding about our revenue products, how you can earn money out of this, and what all other things also are there part of our model that we will discuss in length. So my request is that, is there any query you have, please use Q&A box, which is at the bottom of your screen. For any question and query, we'll also have some questions in between, wherein we will, knowing that who has joined us today, what's your profile, which location you are coming from, because we have already structured in 97 cities already. Now, there are few cities we are looking forward our partners to be in, and we will also ask you those questions. We have also joined us our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, and I would also request Mr. Maria also to take it over and welcome you all and give us some perspective. After that, he will also welcome and introduce our managing director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, and she will talk about industry and franchise in their journey at length. Thank you, sir, for joining in, and over to you, if you can take it over, sir.
Thank you, and good evening, friends, and welcome to this very special webinar called Independent Franchise Consultant. And my apologies for joining a little late. So I'll talk about a little bit flow of this webinar, what we're going to cover. I'll pass it on to Sonia. She's the managing director and 2 decades of experience in franchise consulting and broking. So she will talk about our journey at Franchise India, Fran Global, and Frank Corp. We run 3 different brands. And then thereafter, I'll take over and give you the perspective of what is this program called Independent Franchise Consultant. And over my journey of 27 years in franchising, this is the most powerful program we have developed. And we're very proud that we have the most successful franchise consultant network in the world. And this is not just limited to India. This program really goes to global markets. And I also welcome friends who've joined from other countries because I feel that the opportunity for this program is many, many countries. Rather, we have set a vision called G20. We want to be in 20 countries with this program. So over to you, Sonia, for giving your introduction and then subsequently giving a little overview about franchising and Franchise India, Fran Global, and Frank Corp's journey.
Thank you, friends. A very good evening to all of you. I'm happy to see so many of you on this webinar today. So welcome to the webinar. And like Sanjay mentioned, this is a program or an opportunity, I would say, to associate as a partner of Franchise India. And as a partner, our channel, I would say, forms a very critical part of our business. You see the entire team, our leadership, management, all on this webinar today. And it also takes a very big time share of all of us, not only to be on the webinar, but also in our entire scheme of things and our business, what we do. A larger part of our share and our business revolves around partnerships and IFCs. And we are a company which has been democratizing entrepreneurship since 1999 and started at a time when words like entrepreneurship, startups was not as popular as they are today. It has rather become a mainstream in the scheme of things as we talk today. And core driver and foundation of our business has been entrepreneurship, and the initiative and also the premise for us to start this IFC program was also to work with entrepreneurs like yourself as our partners who have the skill and more importantly, the intent to drive entrepreneurship in their respective micro markets. And you all would be also happy, and maybe you'd want to know, we started this program, in fact, more aggressively during the period of COVID. So this is almost about, more than 4 years. And our community of IFC partners is becoming bigger day by day. And this is not because we started 4 years back more aggressively, but this is also because the business opportunity and the market size is also becoming bigger, and it continues to become bigger every single day. And we believe we need, a larger distribution and also a deeper penetration through this entrepreneurship program. So while this is an IFC program, but in a nutshell, it's an entrepreneurship program. And how do we capture this opportunity through these partnerships? So if you look at the ecosystem of entrepreneurship around you, there are more and more people who want to start their entrepreneurship journey, and they want to buy business than ever before. And there are more companies, there are more brands who are expanding via franchising route than maybe the situation was 27 years back when we started our company. And this is not going to stop here, because this space is only going to get larger and bigger. And there are more entrepreneurs today and more aspiring entrepreneurs than has been in the history of entrepreneurship in the world, and more, in a country like India. Hence, we've always worked to develop as a company, Franchise India, the capabilities that we need in terms of what solutions that we can bring to the community of companies or business buyers, investors who want to buy business, and also companies who want to expand their distribution across India and overseas markets. And over the last more than 2.5 decades, we've been instrumental in bringing more than 600 companies in the Indian market and also some of the neighboring countries. We have worked with a million investors to help them and handhold them through the entire journey of buying a business. So as a start your own business specialist, we work with a large community, as you see, and this community revolves around two larger stakeholders, which is companies who want to get into franchising, which are, first time into franchising, or companies who want to expand. They're already into franchising, but they want to go to a newer market, a deeper penetration. We work with these companies. And on the other side, a very big community of people or investors, I would say, entrepreneurs like yourself, who are looking for an opportunity to invest in businesses. And these businesses are across various spectrum, which includes a lot of startups, a lot of companies which are international brands coming to the Indian market, and also a lot of regional or local brands who want to penetrate deeper in their markets, or go to other markets, where an investment can start as small as, I would say, 10 to 15 lakhs, and it can go up to about 100 odd crores. So from HNIs to family businesses to retail investors, small businesses, large businesses, all industries, we cater to. And I'm happy to also share with you, in India, we are there in about 97 cities, and larger number of cities today are represented by our independent franchise consultant community. And even cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Bombay, while we have our, equity offices across all the larger cities in the country. For example, the Delhi team that you see here on the screen, we have about, between our media company and the brokerage business, we have almost about 800 people who work only in Delhi. But even in a city like Delhi, we have a lot of partners, because the opportunity is big enough. It can cater to even more number of partners and who join in the community in Delhi NCR. So we have had an enriching journey of these 2.5 decades since we started back in 1999. And from a single city to 97 cities, we're there in 11 countries across India. And I'm happy to also tell all of you that we are the only fully integrated franchise solution company in the world, which is the largest in terms of franchise development and also the largest distribution company. So when I say largest franchise development, it means that there is nobody in the world, there's no company in the world which sells more franchises or more business than Franchise India. And that is also a trademark, that we have registered in our name. And distribution, both in terms of the size that we have, by the depth we have, and the spread that we have, which is very, very uniform across the country and international markets. And Franchise India is a trusted advisor to some of the most trusted, influential, respected business houses. And that's where we enjoy a very big trust. On the other side, a big community of people, entrepreneurs who want to buy a business. And this we cater through largely our four platforms, wherein the most powerful platform, or the company that we started off back, was our media platform, which helped us to create this large ecosystem of this community of buyers and companies. And through the media platform, today we run about 3 leading industry magazines, which includes Entrepreneur, which is an American magazine. And in fact, if I have to talk about franchising and the names synonymous with franchising, like McDonald's, KFC's, Subway, all these companies are rated every year by Entrepreneur in America. So there's an annual ranking which is done by Entrepreneur. We hold the rights of this magazine for entire Asia Pac. And 2 other publications that we started back in 1999 includes Franchising World and Retailer. We also run the largest exhibition in the country, and about 200 exhibitions we do annually, and about 20 international exhibitions that we are conducting in the year 2024. And as I speak, I'll also request, because I understand some of our friends would have joined from Tamil Nadu and Chennai, we have a very big show which is coming up this Saturday and Sunday, and we have Shakti, who's joined us. He's leading that region, and a lot of our IFC partners and about 100 companies are participating. And this show should expect almost about more than 5,000 to 6,000 investors, largely from Tamil Nadu and South India, Chennai markets, to come. So if you want to meet and understand what we do, especially our friends from that region, I'd like to welcome you to the show. And our second platform is for companies who want to expand. So we work with these companies to make them franchise ready. And that is something that we do from our consulting company called Francop, which is again a company from America. And we acquired the rights of Francop in India about 18 years back. And this company is present in more than 20 countries across the globe, where we work with companies. We work on their franchise business model, from their strategy to their financials, to their manuals, to their marketing communication, to the legal agreements. All that is done by Francop. And Francop is also one of the pioneers in franchise consulting, which has consulted the names like McDonald's, names like Hilton Hotels in America. Third platform is for people, entrepreneurs who want to invest in various businesses. I told the spectrum is as large as 15, which can start as small as that and go upwards to about 100 odd crores. And then comes a platform where people who want to exit, who are already running a business and they want to exit from their business. And that is something that we do from our company called Business X, which is primarily a company which will help you evaluate your business model and also find strategic or a financial buyer for your business. So this is largely the entire ecosystem of Franchise India. And so we also understand, when we talk about IFC as a business opportunity, it's an asset-light model, but it requires a very, it's heavy on the intellect. So the biggest asset is the partner himself. We don't need any infrastructure. There's no working capital dependency. The only requirement that we have largely is the time involvement and the knowledge base, which has to be, learner attitude every day. As I speak to all of you, in fact, all our teams, we are doing a Reliance download. We have an opportunity that we have launched in franchising. In fact, most of our partners, all our teams are taking that download. So every day, there is one new opportunity that we launch through our platforms. And all these opportunities that we launch are given to all our teams and partners across the country. So how do we make this, how do we make this opportunity valuable, and how do we integrate, like-minded people like you, is what this webinar is all about. I like to give it back to Gaurav. We'll talk about franchise industry at large, the impact of franchising, the different industries, and also we'll talk on the model. I'll request all of you to make the session interactive. If we can know a little bit about your profiles, what cities you come from, because some cities we have a little higher requirement of partners coming in. And we also have certain cities where we have also allocated a special association, which is in the form of a firm, that we want slightly larger partnerships who can take the rights of a city and run like a Franchise India firm in the respective city. So I'd like to give it back to Gaurav to take us through the franchise industry and the model.
So thank you, Sonia. And friends, what we're going to do is I'll give you a perspective of what this program is all about and how this program is very effective, both for your earnings, because it's very important. Any career decision you take, it all depends on what kind of revenues you can make on that, and also longevity and sustainability of the opportunity, which is also very important. How the next 10 years this opportunity is going to look like, and how sustainable it can become for your revenue stream. So, but before I do that, I have a question for all of you. If you can use the Q&A box, there is a Q&A box at the bottom, which you can click and answer that question. So introduce yourself in 4 different profiles. First, if you are a professional, write P and your city. Just P and city will know that you are a professional, you're working for somebody. If you are a business owner, write B and then your city. And if you want to also talk about the business you do, because we want to see some correlation if it has with our business, or you have enough time to contribute in a career like this. And third is MC, which is a management consultant. Any kind of consulting experience you have, any form of consulting experience, learning and development experience, business coaching experience, right? MC and your city, or what kind of experience you have. And finally, if you're in a career change, which means that you're now looking a new career, just write C. And we know that you're looking at a new career and your city. So 4 choices: P for professional, B for business owners, MC for management consultant, and C for career change. Go out and write, and I'll see who's coming from there. So I have Sultan, who's come as a professional. Sultan, you're from Chennai. So as Sonia said, we're having a big show in Chennai. You should visit that show, and we'll be happy to extend a pass to you, and reach out to Saktivel or Kapil. You can write your number on the group, so Sultan can take your number and reach out to you. Then we have Ashish Anand from Noida. He's looking for a career change. Welcome, Ashish. Then we have Sushant, who's a business owner. Sushant, you can talk about your city, which you come from. Then we have Kavita ji. She is from Bombay. Again, you can talk about a little bit more experience about Kavita, or because you're a professional, how would you take time out of what you're doing? And then we have Balaji, who's again from Chennai. Welcome, Balaji, and you are also most welcome for our show. It's a large show in Chennai. Every year we do that for the last 15 odd years. Then we have Gopal, who's from Jaipur. Again, a very important market for us. We have a huge demand in Jaipur for franchise opportunities. While the demand is almost everywhere in the country, but some markets have a higher demand because of lesser employment opportunities. If you see Rajasthan as itself, that doesn't create too much of white-collared, large, jobs. So people are very prone to more entrepreneurial journeys. So entrepreneurship becomes much better. Then we have John from Colombo. Very keen to talk to you, John, because Colombo is my next market. If you see, I've run in 11 countries which we operate on that. And the 12th country I really want to enter is Colombo. And while we have been doing a lot of business in Colombo, and I love the market, but I feel that the market is now ready for an extensive franchise opportunity. And we also want to do a big show, which is Franchise Sri Lanka. Then we have Rahul from Rajkot. Welcome, Rahul. Raj from Surat. Then we have Mahesh from Kathmandu. Kathmandu, we just opened up our team member there, and I'm actually coming to Kathmandu next month, first week, 7th I'm there. So if Mahesh, you want to meet up, you can meet me. And then we have Mr. Ansari, who's from Ahmedabad. So Ansari, we have team members we have office in Ahmedabad, and you can meet Ronak, who's working in Ahmedabad office for us. He can set up our discussion. And then we have somebody from Okhla. We actually, Delhi, for many years, we were headquartered in Okhla, and now we're very close to Okhla. So Okhla has been synonymous for Franchise India. A lot of people still go to Okhla because they feel we are still in Okhla. And Sushant have done franchising in preschool. Yeah, Sushant, we've done, as you said, 90% of market share in franchising. So rather, preschool is one industry. I say it was completely started by Franchise India. We've done over 90 brands, including the big boys like Eurokids and Kidsy and Jumbo Kids, and all the Kangaroo Kids, and you keep naming. These are all companies which we have done for many years. And we also do a lot of international brands. So we're doing some brands out of Singapore and other places. And then we have Mir Mohammed, again, MC, Mir, if you can share your city or location. Then we have Mahir Mohammed from Dubai. Dubai, we have office and in Business Bay, but we can talk. So he's actually Chennai and Dubai. So I don't know which location you want to work on, but both locations are available. And as an IFC, you're not restricted by territory. So you can be in one location and can work on that. Like we have IFC in Australia, in Perth, and he works on brands out of US. So because he's targeting a lot of US brands to be brought into Australia. Then we have Vivek, who's a professional and business owner. Vivek, good to know that. Then we have Mr. Ranjan, who's from Colombo. Again, from Colombo is, as I said, very important and interesting market for me. And I'm rather planning to come next month for a day to meet a lot of people. Actually, last 3 months, a lot of people have applied for becoming an IFC partner, and we are on the verge of shortlisting few. But I don't want to have too many. I will start with maybe 2 or 3 partners so that we have enough quantum in that and stay there for at least 3-4 years and not grow beyond that number, because we feel that the market, as it continues to get mature, rather some of these partners we will elevate them as a firm license, which means that they can employ further people and build a large team. Then we have Hazel, who's a C. Then we have Dhaval Kumar, who's a B from Latur. Long time back, Sonia have actually worked on a mall project in Latur, the first mall in Latur. And so then there is a Mir Muhammad, is from Hyderabad. And then we have Madhuri ji, she's from Mumbai. And being a management consultant. So we should talk, Madhuri ji, because I feel that people who understand consulting space would understand and appreciate what we do. And I can also say that our model in consulting is most liquidative, and I'll talk about that, than any other consulting space. Most of the other consulting spaces are very highly commoditized because we are a big market shareholder and we have exclusive mandates, which are large mandates, and I'll talk about that. It becomes our revenues are much better than any other consulting business. Mahesh feels that audible is not there. I'm sure, Mahesh, it is problem at your end. Otherwise, my team would have told me. Balaji is again from there, and then we have Yashwant, who's a business owner from Jaipur, and then so Madhuri, if you're a perfect profile, because I always say the people in L&D, it's hard work, but you don't get that kind of revenues, but your profile and skill set is absolutely what is required for doing this. L&D is a great space for becoming a consulting experience with Franchise India. And if you do that work, you can really build a very powerful doing that. And also you have a lot of experience to do what we're doing, a lot of webinars, talking to people, giving them overview about how they can own a business. And that's how it starts. So good. Others also, I think, because a lot of people have joined in, I would have missed few names and welcome once again. So let's get started. First, let me simplify things for you, what we do, as if you become an independent franchise consultant, what is your responsibility and what would be the overall opportunity for you? So if you become an independent franchise consultant, you start your own business specialist. Carefully understand. What does it mean? So we as a company have 3 things which we do. The first is helping people who want to start their own business, right? And now this community is almost every home has somebody who wants to start a business. So you don't have to really go that far. It's every home in this country or anywhere in the world has somebody who wants to start a business. So it's as large as that opportunity, right? And you become a specialist to help people choose the right business. And what kind of choices you can give? You can give 2 choices. One, they can start a new business, which means that they can buy a new franchise, any brand. It can be across industries. It can be from education, retail, healthcare, services, F&B, hospitality, travel, any kind of opportunity you can choose from, and across a range of investments. You can be as low as, say, maybe $10,000 to as high as 100 million, right? So any kind of opportunity. People can choose to start a small tea shop and they can open up a 5-star deluxe hotel. So the spectrum is very, very large. Or you can take a master franchise for the entire country or even multiple countries. So this can be a very, very big opportunity. And that's why our spectrum works for the people who are small-time investors. While this base is very, very big, over 10 million investors work with Franchise India. And we also have the largest of the corporates of India who come to us because they're looking to acquire global companies and so on and so forth. So one, we give them opportunity of starting a new business, but we also help the same investor if he wants to buy an existing business, right? We have a separate company called Business X. So if you come to us and say, I want to buy a running school, I want to buy a running this, we can give you choices of that. Now, if you become an independent franchise consultant, you become a start your own business specialist. Now, who are you competing with? None. You see, my friends who are from learning and development can agree with me that when you go on any social media, you find so many consultants who want to grow your business, improve your sales, improve your marketing, help you with this, help you with that. They're all talking to businesses which need help. But none of them is actually getting into business because that's a very complex process. If I've worked in the industry for 20 years, I can become a consultant and I can help businesses, right? But I cannot help people buy a new business. Why? Because you don't have the inventory. You don't have the businesses with you. To build an inventory, which Franchise India has, it took us 27 years, 1,200 full-time employees working day and day night to build an inventory. When you join with Franchise India or Fran Global or Fran Corp, you get 500 brands exclusive to you, which you represent in your market. Now that makes it a very, very strong position for you. Like Madhuri ji joins in Bombay, we will give her the third day of training. She will get 500 names, which she would represent in Bombay to the investor community who's looking to buy a business. Now, how powerful is that? Right? So that is an opportunity we have not only for one market, across markets. Like I'm on third in Saudi Arabia. So I'm representing a lot of global companies, including Brazilian brands, European brands to Saudi Arabia, right? And I'm also bringing a brand out of Saudi Arabia back to India, right? So that's an opportunity which we do on the first stage. The second thing, which is also very exciting, is help companies scale through franchise. You know, when I started business in franchising, there were no companies. I mean, formerly franchising was not known in India. We started introducing franchising, and there were only a handful of brands which were there, which were doing some kind of franchising. Like I remember in times when I started, it was Archie's Gallery or a Liberty Shoes or a Action Shoes or a NIIT and AppTech kind of companies. But over these years, we have helped 18,000 brands. Right? In the morning, I was sitting with one of my CEOs and I said, how many brands you would have done individually? And he said 3,000. And he's just CEO of Frank Corp India. He's alone himself done 3,000 brands he has helped to come in franchising, right? And different group companies and different structures have worked on different brands. So 18,000 brands we've actually brought in franchise. So that becomes an opportunity. So when our teams are out there, or you would become a consultant, you will be out there. If you see any successful business, you can tell yourself, I can grow this business to the next level. And that's exactly what I do. I was just a couple of days back outside overseas, and I go to any place and keep clicking pictures and keep sending my team. And by the time I'm back in hotel, they would start sending mails to these people and say, because you can identify successful businesses out there. A very successful restaurant running around in your neighborhood, or a salon, or a fitness club, or a diagnostic lab, or a preschool, or any kind of business which is running and is successful, we can help it to multiply. Right? So that's the second platform which, as a consultant, you do. Third, which is also very unique, nobody does it. If you find a business which wants to sell, again, ask yourself, have you heard about anybody who's a business broker out there who help people to sell a business? None out there. But I can give you an example. In America, if you go to a small county which has maybe 20,000 people living there, and you call something like Just Dial and say, I want a broker, I want a business broker who can help me sell my business, they will give you maybe 10 names. That maturity of the market is there. But India, if I was running a business in Ahmedabad and I want to sell that business, and when I want to sell the business, I don't want to tell anyone, right? Not even my employees, my vendors, because they get after me. I want to do it confidentially. I want an independent franchise consultant who comes there, understands what is my need, my expectation, do a little valuation for me, and then put my business on block and find the right buyer. Now, why we are unique for selling the business? Because we already have the investor base, right? So this is our business. So if you become an independent franchise consultant, you help people start a business, you help people scale their businesses, and you help people exit their business. Start the business, scale the business, and exit the business. These services nobody is doing out there. Why we are looking for independent franchise consultant? Because of sheer demand. Every single month, Franchise India gets over 50,000 new investors who come to us and say, I'm looking for help in starting a business. And this is not only in one market, any market we open up, right? So what happens to this 50,000 investor base? On a real time, our teams go and qualify them. We have a large call center. We qualify these people. We understand where they're coming from, what is investment appetite, what they want to do, what is the time frame they're looking for buying a business. And then this lead on a real-time basis is put in a CRM and sent to our IFC partner with the note that this person is looking for a Bata franchise in this location, right? And you are in that location. Then your role becomes you pick up the phone and call this person and say, look, I'm an advisor at Franchise India, and I work like an independent franchise consultant. And I heard that you're looking for a Bata franchise. I need to know more about you. Look, so you already got a qualified person coming in. You already have the information and knowledge about the brand. You just have to do the transaction. And if you do the transaction, you make money from the brand, you make money from the investor. Right? So this is our opportunity. And this opportunity we have practiced over 2 decades. And as Sunay was saying, we have sold more business than anybody else in the world. Rather, I use this statement very responsibly that the businesses we have sold, if we stop working today, I don't think anybody can beat this record. Right? While we are not going anywhere, we are growing, we are going much, much bigger, but the opportunity size to me is humongous. Now, evaluate yourself how strong this opportunity case is. And with no competition, because nobody has built this kind of infrastructure which we built. We have world-class offices. Go to any of our offices. Visit Shakti's office in Chennai. You go to our Chandigarh office in where Vishal is sitting. You go to our Delhi headquarters, you will see a state-of-art ability. All these infrastructure is being built, and this all is available for our consultants to work. If Madhuri ji just joins in Bombay, we have world-class office in Andheri East, top-class office, and our consultants work out of our offices. They use the boardrooms, they work and entire thing. So you get also not only just the knowledge and capability and the brand and the leads, but you get infrastructure, right? Across markets. You also get a lot of events from us. Every month we do 20 events. This week, we are doing an event in Bhubaneswar. There is another event coming in Indore. And multiple events happened in multiple markets. We're doing events not only just in India, we're doing in Oman, Bahrain, Abu Dhabi we finished, Bangladesh we just finished, Nepal we did a show, we're doing in Russia, a big pavilion, we're doing in Canada, a big pavilion. And the next month we have a show in Thailand and Malaysia. So there are multiple events on franchise are happening, which are all access available for our partners. Like our colleagues who have, our friends who have joined from Chennai can talk to my colleagues in Chennai. They will show you around the show and you will meet our IFC partners in Chennai. And you'll find that they're so active, they're working on different brands. Rather, some of you would not be able to identify because when you meet some brand, you might be actually interfacing with our independent franchise consultant because the companies have completely outsourced their business to us. So friends, this is what the opportunity is. This opportunity is one obviously unique. It is being built over 20 years, 2 decades strong and very, very successful practice. We already have 150 practicing IFCs which are working and very, very successful. It also has a very structured onboarding program, which helps you to be onboarded as an independent franchise consultant, understand the methodology, understand through a definite training, so how you want to run this practice. And then there is a phenomenal amount of support structure which works with you to help you build this business. Averagely, if you start working from 100 hours a month to about 200 hours a month, that's a spectrum I normally advise people to work. If you put 100 hours, your potential to make is about 2 to 3 lakh rupees a month. But if you go to a 200 hours, it can go 2x or 3x of that money. And this is where you work individual. Once you start building even beyond that, then you start hiring your team. Some of our consultants have gone to that level where they have their own teams, which does the basic work and they work on large tickets. Transaction size can be as low as 20, 30, 4 lakh rupees, and it can go to any number because depending on what you've done. Like last month alone, our IFC partners have sold a lot of master franchise deals. Rather, we do every quarter a program for our partners, IFC partners, which is an international trip over and above the payouts you get. There are international trips. Like this month, this quarter, Q1, we had a trip planned for Almaty. And so one of my Bangalore partners just sold a master franchise, a single franchise. That single franchise would get him 10, 12 lakh rupees as a payout. Plus, he's got qualified for going international. Now, it's self-rewarding. It's a structure which helps you to make good money and also reward you so that you are even charged up for the next quarter and you want to do even bigger. And this is what, friends, this opportunity is all about. This opportunity is a very successful and very proven opportunity. But I can also tell you, it's also very tough to get to this entirely because I'm becoming very, very choosy on who I want to really partner. Because if I don't, like Vishal is sitting there, we just had an interview call with somebody from Jammu Kashmir. I like the profile. He's a big group. He has multiple businesses, but I'm worried that where would he have time? So I very clearly told him that, look, if you want to come in, I want to see who's going to run the business. Right. So we are very, very clear that this is proven. So I always say in my business journey, when people ask me, well, how should we select a business? I tell them that you have to select on 4 dots. Right? This is how you should select any business. I mean, it can be becoming an IFC or any business you want. First, you need to select the industry. Why are you choosing that industry? And is this industry going to grow for next 10, 20, 30, 40 years? Franchising is $4.7 trillion industry. And India and our subcontinent and the regions we all joined in from is the fastest growing franchise market in the world. Why? Because we have consumption. We have population, which is becoming richer. People are becoming more aware about brands. So franchising is growing. What is franchising? Franchising is actually making businesses branded, right? That's what franchising is. Rather than going to an unbranded salon, you want to go to a branded salon, right? Or going to an unbranded hotel, you want to go to a branded hotel, right? So this journey in a country like India is a phenomenal journey and a phenomenal timing because people are becoming aware about brands and we have more consumption than any part of the world. Our population is coming to advantage. Yesterday, I was on a call with somebody in Australia and he says, your prime minister has done a great job. Economy has done well. I says, this is, while our prime minister is great and I have highest respect for him, but the country has reached to a point where even if we don't have a prime minister, we still grow, right? Because the consumption has come up, right? This 1 billion people who have more money to spend and they're becoming more aware about brands. So you cannot go wrong in franchising. That's the first tick. The second is, who are you partnering with? Which is Franchise India, Fran Global, and Franco. Between these 3 brands, we are world's largest franchise development company, period. Rather, I would say if 1 to 10 is us, and there would be 11th player who would come in that. So they were partnering with the most experienced team and the largest franchise development company in the world, right? So you cannot go wrong with somebody who's done it the most in the world. Third is your financial goal. Now, this you have to ask yourself. What is your financial goal and what do you want to make out of this? If your ambition is to make anything from a 2 lakh rupees to 10 lakh rupees kind of structure, and you want to give time and you want to put on everything which you have, then this is opportunities for you. It's your financial goal, but you need to set your own financial goal. When I started franchising in 98, there were other players which I followed, right? So I'm not saying that my idea was original. I was in the US and I saw franchising everywhere and I thought I want to do the same thing in India. But my goal was my goal. While I would have copied the whole idea from somebody in US, but my goal was to create world's largest company. Similarly, your financial goal has to be your goal. While I can help you structure that goal, how you want to, if you come to me and say, I want to make 15 lakh rupees a month, guide me how I want to do this structure, I can do it for you, but you will have to take that journey, right? We have built a 200 crore company on this business, right? The same industry called franchising. So what stops you not to build that? I mean, I honestly feel if I would have got the little more structure resources, I can build 1,000 crore company, and we will do that. We are on that journey to build a 1,000 crore company. So you can build your own financial goal. And fourth dot is to understand your micro market, right? So if somebody is from Rajkot, you need to understand what would work in Rajkot, what kind of businesses people are looking at, what businesses are successful in Rajkot, which I can scale, right? So you need to understand your region. You need to understand how Saurashtra works, what kind of businesses people want to invest, which are the next big shopping mall coming in, what kind of brands would go there. So those micro market understanding, well, we again teach you how to understand, evaluate your market. So 4 dots, if you see, and you can do it on any business you want to select. And if these 4 dots are ticking to you, right, then this is an opportunity for you. So friends, we are very excited about this opportunity. We are excited because we have done it over the time, but I want to know you more. I want to know you more that why you should be a good franchise consultant. And more than that, you need to ask yourself, do you have the passion to become a consultant? Do you have a passion to service people and build entrepreneurs around you? Because I always say that building entrepreneurs is the greatest nation service. There is no better nation service you can do than building entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs build economy and economy looks after people, right? That's a ratio, right? So if you build entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs build the economy and economy looks after people, you cannot other way do it. It's the biggest form of creating that wealth for a country, and hence the wealthy countries look after their people, right? You cannot do other way around. So all these things which we ask for can only come if the country is wealthy. And wealth is always created by entrepreneurs, and we are in the job of building entrepreneurs. So that's an opportunity. If you feel that this is something which you want to do, you want to build entrepreneurs around you. I have a mission to build 1 million entrepreneurs. That's a mission. As Sonia was saying, we want to democratize entrepreneurship. Now we're launching a new company called Fran Money, which is going to be a platform for getting funded. If you have a business, you want to start a business and you lack funding, Fran Money will help you, right? Rather, we're launching businesses which would come back funded. You bring in 10%, 90% is funded, go out and start your business. So that is an opportunity which we are heading towards. I feel that if the funding part is taken care, we can, if I'm saying 1 million entrepreneurs, I can build 10 million entrepreneurs. That's the spirit of this business model. So friends, I will rest my thoughts on this and give it to Sanjay, who would lead a small presentation. But before I go, I have a question for all of you. What made you think that you can become a good consultant? Any answer you want to give, put it on a Q&A box. And I want to really see who all of you are thinking you become a consultant. And if you don't have an answer, don't put it. But I would like to see what makes you think that you can become a good consultant. Because not everybody can become a good consultant. Think over, maybe take 10 more seconds, 15 seconds. Maybe one person answers, that's all right. Or nobody answers, that's also all right. But I want to really know why you think you can be a good consultant. Because everybody cannot be. And some people have natural skills to become a good consultant. Some don't have that kind of skills, right? So friends, this is also another problem. A lot of people join the webinar and they want to understand what this opportunity is, but they're not very sure what they want to do. So this is one of the exercises you need to do. 2 things which I always advise when you do a business webinar or come for a business webinar. 1, ask yourself, is it something which you really mean to do, right? That's very important because you're putting your precious time on this. Second thing, you need to set up a date, D-A-T, like we used to date in kids date in college. So this is like date. So I further define date. D stands for discipline towards your entrepreneurial journey. You need to become disciplined towards entrepreneurial journey. Everybody wants to become entrepreneur, but he has to have that discipline, right? A stands for accountability. You need to set people accountable around you, right? Everybody. Entrepreneurial journey is not easy. Becoming a consultant, you become an entrepreneur. You run your own business, but you need to set accountability people around you. T stands for train yourself to become a good consultant or an entrepreneur. It's very important. If you don't train yourself, it will not work. And E stands for education. You need to educate yourself every single day. That's the date. And if you don't have these 2 things clear, which means that why are you there what skills you need for this opportunity. And second, you set your date. Date means you have a time in mind that I want to be next month. I want to do this 15th of August. It's the Independence Day. I want to really go out and independent myself and build a business and that, or whatever that is. So think through that, and that's how the opportunity is. Some people have answered. I should look at it. Oh, so Mir Mohammed is very good. I like your problem solving. Problem solving is the biggest consultant, and I think consultants are very good to simplify things. Sometimes it looks very complex, and consultants are good to simplify things. They open up the threads, right? So that's what consultants do. And then we have somebody, Rahul says, communication skills, interact with the client, deep analysis. Absolutely. Deep analysis is what people want from you. When they come to choose a business, they actually they know what they want, but they're confused. They don't know how to diagnose that. Absolutely. You rightly said, Rahul, if you are able to do what I call informed decision for people, that they are informed and they've done analytics and they're making decision more confidently, that's why they come to you. Then there is another answer which somebody says, I'm already in franchise sales. Oh, wow, Sushant, so we should talk. Because if you already done 8 years of franchise sales, you can be rock star of the game. Then there is, I'm good in matching the expectation. Absolutely. There's another area which is very, very important. Actually, if you really see, any business deal you do is matching the expectations. We are a great deal makers, right? And deal makers actually match the expectation. If you bring two people, I always tell my team, the simplest form of deal making is bring the buyer and a seller in the room and let them do the best of it. You just keep quiet because people then set their expectations, right? But get them in a room. The best deal makers actually work hard to get people in the room. Deals happen. That's something which we do very well. Somebody is an entrepreneur for 12 years. He's a management consultant, let's try. Very interesting, Mohammed Abdul Rahman. He's a teacher, and yes, absolutely, the best people are L&D, teaching background, counselors, because they have bigger ability to hear, right? So they are great listeners. They are very analytic. They are also very good in expression. So they all do very well. Ansari Sajid is also a very important problem of money management, solving good opportunity, and I can do this every day. Very good, interesting. Yashwant Pandey, creating and serving clients in 10 countries. Yeah, absolutely. Now in 11, we want to be in G20. And this vision came from our G20 summit. So we said, why can't we take opportunities to G20? And 20 countries of the world would contribute the largest consumption. And those countries, we want to be a part of it. It can be Saudi Arabia, it can be India, it can be Bangladesh, our subcontinent. Some of the countries in Southeast Asia are tremendous opportunity. To me, Southeast Asia is the greatest opportunity we have around. Yeah, absolutely, Kavita. Helping people build, right information and building entrepreneurs is something very important. And Ramesh says collaborative work experience, senior banker, absolutely a very good analytic approach and managing different stakeholders. Absolutely top class, Ramesh. I thank you for sharing it. John says deep understanding. Absolutely, deep understanding is also very, very important part. Somebody's trainer, Shrikant is a trainer, has ability of counseling candidates. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying keep repeating that. That's the biggest form of doing this. Madhuri says helping people grow, solving problem for transformation. Transformation is very important. And also, I should add, Madhuriji, that once you become a consultant, then each of the companies you get business for, right? So if I come to you and say, I want to buy a business, and you help me buy a business, but then you can train them to become a successful business owners. And that fee, you keep it to yourself. You don't share with Franchise India. So all your learning and development also complements each business you build, right? And then we have business development is my forte. I love doing it, and developing businesses or helping someone build it. I'm in for that. So yes, here it's absolutely right, and top class answers. So very good profiles I see and answers I see, because I ask this question because sometimes a lot of people, because of Franchise India's webinars, People come who are choosing to really look at what, let me see what opportunity is, because Franchise India has done over 10,000 live webinars over the years. So a lot of people come and join the webinars, but I'm more keen, and I always tell my team, with so many of them have been sitting on the group, I say, find that one person who we need. It's not important. It's that one person which is very important, right? And that makes my day. And that's what we are looking for. So there's somebody put in a big answer, so let me read that. I'm a strong analytic mind, enjoying solving complex business problems. Management consulting allows me to have applied deep skills to help organizations optimize. And I'm passionate about continuous learning. Continuous learning is the thing, right? I take 3 blocks for us business. And the first block, which is the most important block, is continuous learning, because it's never ending. This is a journey of don't go to bed if you've not learned something in that day. That's a rule. The second block is become a super networker. You need to be somebody who can network with anyone, anywhere, like I'm doing with you. So we might not work with each other as an IFC or whatever, but you know me now. And I'm sure whenever you think about franchise or see a franchise, my face would come in front of you that this guy was talking about franchising at one point in time. This is what we do, right? This is what we network. And third is that you have to be extremely persistent in whatever you do. You need to chase that deal unless it is done. And so these 3 things, if you feel that you have in you, you're top class. You're top class consultant. And and I can work in diverse industries and gain, expand knowledge base and variety of keeps. And I think very good profile, Mr. Islam. It's very, very top class answer. And thank you very much for all the sharing all this, because I feel that makes more worthwhile if you have people interacting with you and you share. We might not work with each other, but we learn from something from each other. And that something should be the endeavor of any effort you do in this. So now, if you have any questions, friends, go and ask any questions also. You can have questions about the opportunity. You can have questions about how it has worked, what kind of support we provide, and we will be happy to answer all your questions. And I will not talk much now. I'll pass it on to Sanjay. While I will be there for 5 minutes before I get on my other call. But Sanjay would start his presentation. It will take about 10-15 minutes of presentation, give you a little bit what it does to become a IFC partner. But in that period, next 5 minutes, if you have any question for me or Sonia, you can just write it on there and we will be happy to pick up any question you have. Over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now we have 10-15 minutes, friends. Please be there. I'll take you through. I'll give some slides only understanding today, but rest we will do one-on-one. When we have a one-on-one discussion, we'll take it up further. So first slide is talking about franchising, which we have discussed. It is $4.8 trillion franchise today, the industry, and it is growing. It is growing every day. If you talk about the sector-wise, so we have got a lot of sectors and a lot of categories now evolving into franchising. And we have seen now, you will see healthcare growing, now pet care growing, automobile. Now we have EV segment also. There are charging stations also, which are coming into franchising. And now these all sectors are growing now. We have direct to home services, which are again franchised. And every category you will see, there are subcategories also which are evolving. Then we have subcategories also, which are further coming into franchise. What we offer.
To add on that, we are doing so much of work in diverse sectors. While people think that franchising is all about F&B, fashion, healthcare, education, and things like that. But you will not believe. Let me ask a question to all of you, because I have now pushed my meeting for another 5 minutes. Which is the world's biggest brand you know in franchising? Just put your thinking cap and think which is the world's biggest brand you know in franchising. And why I'm asking this question? Because it'll open up your thinking towards franchising, right? So I got the same answer I give. At this, I do it on all seminars, webinars, whatever I do. And I get the same answer. It's called McDonald's, right? And Starbucks. And, absolutely, the world-class companies. McDonald's is something which has popularized franchising than nobody else. And we are very proud. The brand I'm wearing called Frank Cop, it actually did McDonald's. in 1976. You can go on frankop.com and you'll see the interview of CEO of McDonald's Global saying that if you don't work with Frank Cobb, you're not ready for franchising. But this is not the answer, right? So other answers are also very similar. Subway, KFC, things of that nature. Everybody talks about that. But you forget the biggest brand in the world for franchising is Coca-Cola. Right? Coke is the world's #1 franchise brand. Globally, all their bottling plants and distribution is franchise. Now, why I ask this question? To open up your mind. In India, the biggest franchise is Amul, runs 18,000 stores, right? Earlier to that, in the 90s, it was Department Telecommunication. We used to do this STD PCO franchise. There were 85,000 STD PCO franchises in India. I'm sure all of you are very young, but in my growing years, when we used to study in college, we used to wait outside STD PCO because your parents would call you up. And we used to pay for incoming and outgoing and whatever that needs to be done. And even extra money because he's letting us get a call from our home. So, and that was a franchise. It was 85,000 franchisees running this. So when you think franchise, always think that it is not limited to this. It is cross-board. And now we're doing digital franchise. We're doing influencer franchise. You know, the biggest franchise which we have celebrated the most in India or Sri Lanka or Bangladesh is IPL or cricket, right? It has become the most valuable franchise, right? So the movies are franchise. Singham or this or now this Bahubali is a franchise, right? So franchising is not limited to just few categories you think. It's an opportunity to duplicate something which works. So this is the biggest marketing idea ever born. So think of that when you think about franchising. So there's somebody who's SH from Sadiq from Calicut. Calicut, again, is a great market for us. We have a team member. I don't know, he's joined. Sakti is joined on the call, no?
Yes, he was there.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So what we offer, friends, this is tablet. We call it as tablet. T stands for technology. So first thing, what we're going to create your CRM, and CRM would be along with a Franchise India domain email address, which is franchiseindia.in. So we'll give you complete understanding about business in terms of data, in terms of leads in your CRM. A stands for infrastructure, access to that. So as we discussed, we have offices across. If you are from Delhi, you can use our corporate office. You are from Mumbai, you can come to our Mumbai office. Across cities, we have our own offices, and the access to use these offices to our partners is absolutely open and free. You can invite your investors, you can invite your clients to have meetings. Our team member will also help you to have the joint meeting and get the business done for you. B stands for brands, as we are talking about, that we will be offering you 500 opportunities list on the day one when you come for the training. And these are all across categories, and you are completely having access to other cities also. If you want to go to any event, as we are talking about, the Chennai event is starting on 29th and 30th. So we have partners coming from Bangalore. There are some partners who are coming from Hyderabad as well. They will be also part of this event. So we do 20 events for our onboarding brands every month. And then there are some bigger scale events also, which is every month, every year, we have one bigger show also every city, wherein we will also have a lot of IFC partners coming and managing all these brands. And the whole database, the whole business which is coming over there will be done for our IFC partners. And our team will be also supporting you throughout for getting the business done. So these leads, when I'm talking about brands, these brands are also available. Then as per the requirement from the investor also, we will also see what is the fitment for every investor. We will accordingly do that match make for our investor. Because every investor is unique and there's a different investments, different market, and there is a lot of business models also, which is we talk about how to do that fitment for the every investor. So if you come for the training, and then we will also help you to build your brand portfolio, because we understand your market, we understand your experience. We'll also create a brand portfolio for you wherein you can exclusively work, and rest all brands are also available for you. L stands for leads. So leads, as we are talking about, these are 50 minimum guaranteed leads, qualified leads, which are giving every month. And then there are brands which we assign to you, you want to drive. There will be brand leads also, which we do every month. There's a lead generation process which we have, and we generate a fresh leads, the direct campaign, direct lead generation process, which will be giving it to you, which are already applied for that particular brand which you design. And then we have leads, as I talk about, that leads coming from different sources, like you come to our event, and there are a lot of leads also, a lot of data, because every event which we do, there are all paid investors who are coming to our investor, because we have a backend team. They qualify those investors. If you have some understanding that you want to buy business, there's a seriousness. There will be 750 rupees wherein you have to pay as an investor to come to that event. It already qualifies you that you are have some purpose to come to the event, and our partners who are there, who are meeting these investors and do the matchmaking. Because if you have paid to the event, you have a purpose. Now, what you are wanted to buy, that is going to be matchmade by our partners, because we are advisors. We help every investor to find out the right opportunity, right? And then events, as I said, we are doing 20 events for onboarding brands every month, and then there is a bigger events also, which are 2 days exhibitions, and all are accessible to all our partners. T stands for training. There's a 3-day extensive training program in our office, which has been designed in a way that you get training from franchise guru itself. So Mr. Gaurav Maria, our chairman, would be having himself 2 days physical training in our corporate office, and then we hand over you a certificate also. So you become licensed Franchise India business partner. And these 3 days, every month we have an office. So recently we have 15th, 16th, 17th of June, wherein we have come partners who have come to Delhi, our corporate office. So your coming to Delhi is on your own. Rest all your accommodation to food to everything would be done by our side. Next slide says proposed structure of IFC. As I said, we have every partner, every investor is unique. You're also investor as you're looking forward to some business opportunity. If you are taking Franchise India franchisee or Franchise India business opportunity, you're also an investor. But everybody is unique, because you have somebody is putting less time, somebody is putting more time. But what is the growth ladder? So when you join at an IFC base level. Then you grow to IFC Elite, then IFC Pro, and IFC Master. So we have designed this growth ladder wherein you come to Franchise India, we train you, we support you. And if you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue, you will become IFC Elite member. And then since we are doing into deals, we are deal making team. So if you do 15 deals, which I was coming earlier, you become Elite member, and accordingly you hit 50 lakh rupees, you become Pro member, then you become Master, and you become our Master when you hit 1 crore rupees. This is all going to change your payout structure at every level. Like at IFC base level, you will get 40%. Then you will become our 50% partner. At Elite member, then you will become 60% partner. This would mean you get 60%, we get 40%. And at Master, you get 70%, we get 30%. At base level, you get 40 and we get 60. But the fact is, you don't have to do any promotion, not even a single lead generation, not even a single penny you have to invest in terms of your promotions, in terms of your brand promotion, in terms of your getting the leads done, any event, nothing. So there is no investment from our partners at each level. Even if you are at 70%, we still continue giving you all the leads, all the training, all events, and all support. Everything is there, but we have certain products. I'm talking about IIA, IS, and BS and BD. So these are all our revenue products largely. If you see I, it's an investor. If you see B, it's brand. So we work with two communities, investors on one side, brands on the other side, and we get brokerage and advisory fee from both sides. So if you are working with investors, so you will be given leads, and any investor who is coming to you, you are in touch with him, he want or she want to buy a business. So what we do is we onboard the investor first with us. Onboarding fees is as low as 25,000 plus GST, because then we start giving time and efforts, and then we also get the service fees, which is IS, when we find a franchise. At the same time, whichever brand they take, other side, the brands are also with us, and brand will also pay us a brand service fees, and this will whole come 40% to you, 60% to us. If I can give an example so that you will understand better, suppose you start working with investors, you take investors on board, minimum is 25, minimum, but this is going to be 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees also onboarding of investor, because as per the investment, if it is as low as under 20 lakh rupees, so we charge 25,000. So if you do 10 investors on board a month, what you get? You get 25,000 into 10, that will become 2,50,000. So out of this, you will get 40%, which is going to be 1 lakh to you. But why we are doing this onboarding of investor and how it is going to help you? Investor onboarding would mean it's a sure shot deal that this investor will definitely buy business from your side. One. Second, it's a revenue for you. And third, this investor will not go anywhere because he has paid you and will be following you and will get business through you. So this would mean also that you get IS and BS 100% sure if you do IE. So these are all interlinked products, because if somebody is already paid you on onboarding, you have to service him, and he want to buy a business. It may take a month, it may take 2 months, sometimes it may take 3 months, but we have process on every month basis. So what we do is, at the base level, when we are offering 25,000 rupees for the registration, in that segment, we will get minimum 50,000 rupees as investor service fees. And at the same time, the brand which we are selling, we have also a brokerage from the brand, and which are onboarded with us. And that's already decided while we do the brand onboarding, that what would be the service fees for each franchise we sell. It can be as low as 1 lakh rupees also, because there are some small investment companies which are low cost opportunities around 5 to 10 lakh rupees, under 8 lakh rupees. So we charge minimum 1 lakh rupees, but otherwise it is average out is 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, or if you do little bigger ticket value opportunities or master franchise area developers, you can also get somewhere around 15, 20 lakh rupees also in one transaction, in one just transaction. So suppose we get 15 lakh rupees from the brand, which is our success fees. All this money will come to Franchise India, and your payout would be 40% of all this. Would mean if you are doing 10 investors, so first you will get at 25 into 10, 2.5, you get 1 lakh. Once you service, you get minimum 50,000 from each investor. So you get 50,000 into 10, which is 5 lakh. So your share would be again 40%. You will get 2 lakhs. And then at the same time, if we average out maybe 2 lakh rupees from each brand, which is our success fees, each, I'm talking about average. So it becomes 2 lakh into 10, which will 20 lakh. You will also get 40% of that 20 lakh. There will be some opportunities which are bigger in size, and I'm not talking about that as an average. I'm talking about 2 lakh rupees each brand, because you have to sell 10 brands. So 2 lakh each will become 20 lakh. You will get 40% of that, which is 8 lakh. So by getting 10 investors on board, you get 1 lakh, 2 lakh, and 8 lakh, which is becoming 11 lakh rupees. And the same process will do every month. So there is no target. You can do 20 investors also. You can do 5 also. You can do 6 also. It depends on how much time you are going to give. Because our business has a different ROI, which is return on involvement and return on indulgence. It's not return on investment. So return on involvement, you are more involved, you are giving more time, it will give you more money. And again, fourth product is BD, business development. Business development would mean brand on board. As we were talking about scaling up the business, so we help businesses to scale. If you get a reference, you will just pass on reference to us, and we will help you to have a joint call, then proposals, presentations, follow-ups, payments, and everything. So from brand side, coming on board, we have 4 formats: 7.5 lakh onboarding fee, 15 lakh, 40 lakh and 75. These are only 4 formats we nationally run. So would mean if you're giving 2 references or max 5 references, 10 references. So if we take 2 brand on board in a month with basic investments, which is 7.5, that becomes 15 lakh rupees, and you will get 20% of 15 lakh is 3 lakh rupees. It will go directly to you. And what you have done is only you have passed on the reference to us. Rest you don't have to do anything, and this will remain same in each of the your structure. If you see elite and then pro and master, this will remain 20 because your only effort is to pass on that reference, because then front corp has to build the business model and all those services, and then we have to go for launching for franchising, and all the marketing will be also done by Franchise India. So from your side, the effort which you have given in this is to reference and that you have given to us. So if you have 15 lakh rupees, any brand which is onboarding, that depends on their what services we are offering. If we take 15,000 rupees, 15 lakh rupees onboarding, you take 2 brand on board every month or any single month, you get 20% on total. So if you have 30 lakh rupees, you will get 20%. So 6 lakh rupees will go to you. At the same time, leads per month, we are giving 50 minimum leads, but leads is not a problem. Problem is we need more hands. As we discussed that we have more than 50,000 investors coming to us every month. So we have a huge network, it's a huge platform, generate leads. So there's a lot of marketing efforts which we are doing, and leads are coming to us. We are providing you leads. One is 50 leads, which is investor leads every month. And then we will also give you brand leads. So these brands which we have assigned to you, so we'll run a campaign, and all the leads which we generate for your brand in your location can be given to you. You want to drive it pan-India, you want to drive it across cities, we will give you leads from all the cities wherever you are looking at. And at the same time, one CRM ID for 2, then 3, 4, and you will get more CRM IDs, would mean you will have more people also to join you. But it is, as I said, it's not for everyone how it's going to take. So we have a license fees one time, which is 5.5 lakh rupees plus GST. So would mean if you become a franchisee or a partner of Franchise India, the only investment is 5.5 lakh rupees plus GST, and 3 years is the agreement, and then there's a renewal. So there is no renewal fee as such, but it's a company decision where to do renewal, where not to do renewal, and what cost. But there's a 3-year agreement. On all 3 years, you will get all leads from us, all events from us, and all the training from our side. So from the payout structure to we have also contests, which are international contests, which are there for you every quarter. And also we have cash incentives also from the brand side, which we are also having from the brand side for our IFC partners. So this was it, and the rest we will do one-on-one meeting with you. That will be very helpful to understand it better. And for today, because we have little exceeded our time today, but thank you so much. There are a lot of people still there with us to be there patiently and listening to this. But we will reach out to you. You have given us your precious time. We reach out to you and make sure that you get every information about our webinar, about the opportunity, and we'll discuss it one-on-one. And then we will have 10-minute introduction also with our chairman, where we choose each other, we select each other, and then we take it to the next level for the training program also. So one big thank you from all of us at Franchise India to each one of you who have joined us this special webinar today. So keep tuning, and we also have a lot of things which we offer to our partners apart from these businesses, because a lot of businesses wherein we have invested, we're also a franchisor. We have 32 brands, international brands, wherein we have invested, and those are also offering franchise, and these are all bigger ticket sales deals. That's also we are giving to all our partners, and full support from Franchise India to make you qualify also to earn your payout also. So once again, thank you once more. Thank you.